going on, Buffalo State Hockey? My name is Evan Harrington. I am here with Buffalo State men's head hockey coach, Steve Murphy, for episode 9 of Mondays with Murph. We have an action-packed episode for this Monday. We're going to go over the past week's tournament and the two big SUNYAC matchup games this Friday and Saturday. All right, let's just get right into it. You guys recently were in a 2-game tournament in the Terry Morin Invitational Championship. Buffalo State went 1-1 in the tournament and finished 3rd overall. All right, the first game against St. Anselm didn't go the way you guys wanted. You guys had a 7-game road trip going into it, and you guys did end up losing 5-2 against St. Anselm. Do you think fatigue kind of played into that loss, or just anything from your perspective as a coach? What do you think happened in that game that led to the loss versus St. Anselm?
No, I mean, first I was like, no. Fatigue is, no. I mean, that's just an excuse that I think, anyone would use, any of our guys would use. Everyone's tired. We've all played the same amount of games. Everyone's feeling it here. It's coming down to the end of the semester, and so I really hope that's not an excuse for us. We built up a 2-0 lead, and I didn't even think we were playing that good. And then it kind of all unraveled. And give them credit. They made us pay for a lot of our mistakes. Obviously, one was an empty netter. You give up. You're in a 2-2 game. You give up the third goal with maybe 4 or 5 minutes to go in the third, and then empty netter and stuff from there. But it was a disappointing way to obviously start the weekend. We were going there with the expectation that we should win 2 hockey games. But no, I mean, obviously it's been a long road trip, 7 straight games. That was number 6 at the time. But for us to say that we were tired or fatigued is I think it's just some BS excuse.
All right. Since obviously losing to St. Anselm, the team did have to play in the consolation game against Franklin Pierce. That was a positive because you guys did end up beating Franklin Pierce 4-2, but obviously you would have liked to be in the championship instead of the consolation game. But just kind of talk about some of the positives from the 4-2 win against Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been real easy for us just to kind of pack it in for the weekend and kind of hang our heads, and you lose the first game, so you're not playing for the championship. But we bounced back. You got to get the win Saturday, and responded in a positive way, and so that was good. I think we had some guys that got on the score sheet that we maybe were waiting to contribute, which was nice. So yeah, it was obviously it was a tight game. I think guys were just kind of feeling it throughout the week. I think we had a lot of chances. We just didn't execute. We didn't score goals like I think we were hoping to. Sometimes the puck doesn't bounce your way, but ultimately we grinded out that win Saturday, and now looking forward to getting back in conference.
All right, you mentioned a couple players that got on the score sheet that have been doing that throughout the entire season, or that really haven't been doing that throughout the entire season. One player I'm going to start out with is number 29, Tyler Van Newton. He netted 3 goals in 2 games, also making the all-tournament team. Talk about his season thus far and the tournament that he played. Also, he is leading the team with 7 goals on the year.
Yeah, I mean, we need a guy like him to contribute, and he's been doing that offensively. He had the first 2 goals, obviously, on Friday for us to kind of get us going, and then it kind of unraveled there. But I think overall throughout this year, his game's been pretty good. It's been good offensively. I think he, along with everyone else, can be a little bit better in defensively and without the puck and stuff like that. And we kind of need him to be a leader there. But yeah, it's good for him to get recognized on the all-tournament team and score 3 goals. And he's been a significant piece of us, kind of holding our head above 500 so far this year.
All right, Kerry Cruzel netted his first goal of the season. Also, he's a big-time penalty killer for you guys. Just talk about Kerry's game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's that typical role guy that we need. A lot of positivity, a lot of energy on the bench, and when he buys into that role, he's very good for us. And it was nice to see him get rewarded with his first goal of the year. And ultimately, that's kind of what we needed. I think that was part of my frustration this weekend is, especially Friday night, like some of our top guys just they didn't have it, and we had no secondary scoring. We really didn't have anyone else contributing, and so like we need those guys if we're going to be successful. Like our top guys, yeah, they got to be the best players night in and night out, but they're not going to get on the score sheet every game. And who else is helping us contribute here? Who else is not just scoring but creating chances for us? And he was one of the guys that was able to do that Saturday for us.
All right, so now officially the 7-game road trip is over. You guys did end up going 3-4 in that span. Can you just talk about it a little bit as a coach? What are your thoughts over the road trip?
Yeah, I mean, it was we should have done better. 3-4-0 on the road, obviously again 7 straight games is not something that you see in kind of every year's schedule thing, but played a lot of good hockey along the way. I think we can take a lot of the experiences that we learned on the road as far as just some of the games we won, some of the games we came up short in, and hopefully use those experiences moving forward. And I think everyone's looking forward to finally playing at home again and kind of closing out this first semester with 3 or 4 at home.
Yeah, I should have asked this question before the last one, but before we do get into some of the SUNYAC questions, I just want to talk about Drayton Todorov, number 44. You actually moved him from defenseman to forward for the game against Franklin Pierce, and he played a pretty good game in my opinion. Like, just talk about putting number 44 at forward.
Yeah, animal, man. He was great. I had a real good idea of what we were going to get out of him. I know he had played a little bit of forward last year in juniors and stuff like that. All I really wanted him to do was to go out and bring a physical presence and just work and bust his ass from the first shift to the last, and that's what he did for us. It was just the game we needed out of him. I think he gave us a lot of energy when he was on the ice. Obviously, he brings that defensive aspect as well. It's almost like having 3 defensemen on the ice at certain times, but he created a lot of chances. He had a couple, wide drives to the back post and creating chances by himself. He created some chances for his line mates, and ultimately, that's what we're looking for from some of our secondary guys, and that seems to be what's missing right now. And he was able to provide that spark for us.
All right, outstanding. So the next game we have is home against SUNY Geneseo. Right now they are 6-3-2, and it is a SUNYAC matchup. We did lose to them 2-1 last season. Talk about them. Talk about the importance of being back at home after the long road trip the guys just had.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. It should be a good test for us. Obviously a team that played in the national championship last year and fell a little bit short. So their expectations are obviously on SUNYAC championship and higher. So it'll be a good test against us from a team that is used to winning, expects winning. And just kind of seeing how we respond through the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of that game. And typically we're always able to have good games against them. But it's a high competitive team. It's a highly skilled team, and we're going to need to be sharp from the puck drop right to the end if we want to stand a chance to win.
All right, the next game after that is on the road, so we're going back on the road against SUNY Brockport. They are 3-5 on the year. They do play another game before that against Fredonia, so that record is subject to change. Last year we lost to them 6-1 at home, but we did beat them on the road for their Teddy Bear Toss night, 3-2 in overtime. Talk about this matchup and what you expect from the guys in this one.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit different. Probably not as still as Geneseo, but just someone that's going to come in and kind of punch you in the face every shift and physical, and they're going to work hard from 0 to 60. And so, we'll have to flip gears pretty quick from obviously from playing a ranked team and then going on the road. But a huge 4 points are up for battle this weekend, and we're looking to come away with hopefully at least 3.
All right, that is outstanding. That has been another episode of Mondays with Murph with men's head hockey coach Steve Murphy. I want to say thank you guys for always tuning in every Monday to see myself and Steve Murphy chop it up a little bit, talking some Buffalo State men's hockey. We will see you guys next Monday for another episode of Mondays with Murph. Thank you again.